Hello Eurovision friends, thank you so much for coming to my channel Eurovision Histories. Today I want to talk about the songs from Montesong 2024. Not only did Montenegro return to Eurovision finally, but they are also organizing a big national final with 16 songs, which is called Montesong, and will be happening on the 27th of November. And so dobrodošli na mój kanal Crnogorci I također ostali. We will be talking about all the 16 songs. I will give you my own personal top 16. And then at the end of the video, I will also try to answer the question you can see on your screen, which is who should Montenegro send to Eurovision to have the best chance of, I think they want to qualify. That's the main goal at the moment. Not sure whether they can win with any of these songs, but I have to say I was very positively surprised. A lot of good songs in the selection. So well done, Montenegro, for returning, for organizing a national final, and then also for finding all of these wonderful songs. A few of them made it to my playlist. I will tell you which ones in a second. So let's get talking about the 16 songs. Here is my top 16. The first couple of songs I didn't really rank because they are all kind of the same to me. So first we have Glumci Band with the song Sun, which is Dream. I think that the voices in this, it's a group, obviously, as you can see, don't really come together. There aren't a lot of harmonies, which for a group would be nice. And the song also has a lot of different parts that don't really come together for me. It all seems a bit disjointed. The positive part is the instrumentation that kicks in a later part of the song, and that kind of pushed it up the list for me a little bit. But then the spoken word part kicks in, and that just took me out of the song completely. So yeah, this is not one of my favorites, but still a pretty good song. Then we have Dolce Hera with Repeat. It's a jazzy song, some pop elements as well. Well, it's more of a pop song with jazzy elements, actually. But I think it is quite repetitive, which doesn't have to be a bad thing, especially in Eurovision. You want to stay in people's minds and maybe also to win Montesong. But to me, it's just a bit too repetitive. And also calling your song Repeat when it's quite repetitive might not be the best idea, for me at least. It's loungy. I do like the instrumentation, but yeah, bit too repetitive. Then I have Tina Jankic with Nova. Again, kind of feels like a lounge song. I thought of 70s disco, but I also kind of thought about 2000s Eurovision songs that didn't do that well, and that's kind of the associations I have with this song. So yeah, not one of my favorites, not my cup of tea at least. Then we have Milena Vucic with Skorpria, which I think means scorpion, because I think she sings about being stung or something like that. Let me know what the song is about. It starts like a Schlager, then turns into a rockier song. I do like her voice, but overall it's not as modern as I would like it to be, and there's just something missing in the song that really catches my attention. Then we have Barjak with Dva Srca, Two Hearts. A good enough rock song. I'm sure this will have its fans, and it might be that it needs to have a good staging, a little bit of pyro maybe, to really get the energy across. But just listening to the song, it could hit a bit harder in some parts, and a bit of the energy is missing for me for a song like this. I do like that in the second part you have some choral aspects kicking in, but it's a bit too little, too late, unfortunately. And there's another song in its lane that is a bit better for me. So that's why Dva Srca is here. Then we have Isaac Shabanovic, Lieto, Lieto, Lieto. This one reminds me 100% of a lot of Montenegrin songs in the early 2010s, I think, and right after independence in the late 2000s, a lot of these rock songs, solo male vocalists, as in this case. I do like his voice. I think he looks quite cool, so the whole performance might be impressive, but he sings "You're My Summer, Summer, Summer." It's a bit repetitive. There are better songs in there, but I don't mind listening to it. So well done, Isaac. Now we get into the top 10. In 10th place, I have this other rock song that I think is a bit better than Dva Srca, and that is Stop War. Maybe because the message is immediately clear to anyone who's listening. And that's a good thing for Eurovision as well, having a message that everyone can relate to, and I think many people can relate to this message, will be helpful. I do think it hits a bit harder than Dva Srca and is more of a song in its lane. The energy does come across. It is a teeny tiny bit repetitive as well, but again, this can be a positive thing at Eurovision because you want people to remember your song, obviously. Then, this one is a bit of a guilty pleasure, I think. It's in 9th place. It's a song about clickbait. He sings that he's waking, even right after waking up in the morning, he already starts scrolling on his phone and seeing all this clickbait. It seems like the phone knows exactly what he's looking for or what he needs to be engaged, clickbait. And it's kind of a criticism of social media and everything that's happening, very timely. It's not a message we haven't heard before, but still. And I do think that the song is very Eurovision in that it's a bit campy and crazy. But yeah, these were the aspects I kind of liked about it. And I do like the lyrics and the message of the song. Then we have Među zvijezdama, Below the Stars by Nemanja Petrovic. I love his deep, rich voice. If you've been to this channel, you know that I like deep, rich voices in general. It reminds me of Željko Joksimovic in some parts, not 100%, but still. I love the build of the song. I love the instrumentation, the strings. Unfortunately, the song itself is a little bit boring in parts. You could have added a few more things that keep the listener engaged. But overall, it's a nice product and it's really beautiful and nice to listen to. So well done. In 7th place, also a bit of a guilty pleasure maybe, is Luka Radovic with Kada Dođe Maj. When May comes, I think, is what that means. I mean, there's this robotic bridge with the synths in the background, and that is a bit cheesy, a bit campy, but that is what Eurovision is, and I kind of like that. And then the chorus kicks in, which is quite pop, and it is quite catchy, and I think the tension between this robotic bridge and the chorus also helped the song stay memorable, and I kind of like it. I can't say anything else. Then we have Tamara Živković with Poguban Led. The song has a beautiful start. It really draws you in. She has a very, very nice voice. It feels a bit like a Balkan ballad with modern elements as well. I do like the build of the song, but it also doesn't stand out as much in this lineup of songs. There are some others that do something similar, but do it a little bit better. That is why it's my number 6, but still quite a beautiful song. And Montenegro could be proud if this represented them. All the songs that are coming up now, I think, would be good songs for Eurovision for Montenegro. In 5th place, and all of these songs also made it to my playlist. In 5th place, we have Anastasia Koprolčec with the song Kraj, The End, and it is about the end of a relationship. She sings that she feels alone by his side, which is never a good sign, and basically, yeah, it's about a relationship that doesn't work. It's very dramatic, I think, only from her vocal performance. There's this longing in her voice that makes the song really interesting to me. When she sings the Reci Reci part, it really is quite dramatic, and I like these kinds of songs, so well done. In 4th place, I think the most modern song in Montesong 2024 is Kate, probably, with Obala Raya. Obala Raya means shore of paradise, and this is even more ouch than Kraj because she sings, I am so happy to be here, I'm guessing on the shores of paradise, without you. So again, a relationship that doesn't quite work, and she's very happy to be somewhere else, and her partner or better half, or in this case, not better half, is not there with her. To me, this is the most modern composition of the bunch, I think. I like the beat that drives the song. It has a catchy chorus, even though the chorus is the part that I like the least of the song. And the chorus also makes it feel a little less modern than the song otherwise would be. It's also bilingual. I think the only song that has a bit of English in it. And for Eurovision, that might be a smart thing to do. So well done, Kate. In third place, I have Verica Čulković with the song Čuješ li? I think, can you hear or do you hear? I really love this song. It has a beautiful traditional instrument intro, which draws you in. Then the piano part starts. It becomes a piano ballad, and that really draws me into this beautiful world of the song. She has a very interesting voice. There are some sweet bits, almost shrill, but not really. And then there are other parts that are deep and rich. So I really love listening to her voice. It's very distinct also and will help it stand out. It has a very slow build, the song, which is also something I like. And so overall, I can just say that it is a beautiful song that I will listen to quite a bit till the national final. In second place, I have Georgia with the song To ljubav je, This is Love. And she sings about feeling kind of down, and then love comes into your life and it melts the ice. So a very standard love song lyric, I would say, but I still like it quite a bit. The beginning kind of reminds me of Kiss from a Rose by Seal, just the first few notes, but then it turns into a 90s piano ballad. But I also love the tempo changes, which make it seem like a berceuse, a bit like a French chanson from the 60s, like at least a bit of the influences there. Still sounds modern as well. Some of the instruments sound French to me as well. Do correct me if that's not correct. And she also has a very sweet and soft voice. So this is another song that I would just describe as beautiful. So do listen to it. I really like it. That leaves one song, and that is Dobrodošli by Nina Žižić. A great song. I listened to all of the songs a few times, but this one I really loved from the first time I heard it. It kind of gives me Calliope vibes, who represented North Macedonia, of course, 3 times in Eurovision. And I really like her, and the voice and also the style of the song kind of reminds me of that. She has a very rich voice. It's a voice that kind of tells me also that she will have a great stage presence. This song, I'm not 100% sure what it's about, but she kind of invites us to her show. Dobrodošli means welcome, and she sings welcome to the show about love. And I think you can do a lot with the staging with this song. It grows more and more intense as the song goes on. It kind of reminds me of Torna a Casa in some parts as well, when it really hits and becomes a bit staccato as well. I really love this song. It builds throughout the 3 minutes, and this is my favorite of the songs in Montenegro. But as I said in the beginning, well done, Montenegro, because a lot of these songs are quite good, actually. And for a very small country like Montenegro, kudos, well done. Indeed. Now, let's answer the question, who should Montenegro send to Eurovision? Because that's not necessarily in keeping with my top of the songs. Now, I think, listen, hear me out. I think Band 9 with Stop War might be a good choice because it is a rock song. It might stand out in a sea of popular songs. We don't know yet what the other countries are going to choose. But to qualify from a televote only semifinal, this might be a good choice because a lot of the rock fans might vote for it. The message is also instantly clear to a lot of people, and people might relate to that. And they also look like they can put on a good stage show. So this might be a good choice because, as I said, I think for Montenegro, the main goal is to qualify to the final for the first time since Sergej Cvetković, maybe, for a long time, at least. The second one, because I think it is the most modern sounding of the songs and there are some staging possibilities there as well, would be Kate with Obala Raya. But there you have to really find a good staging so it doesn't disappear in a sea of other pop songs that are kind of similar in the semifinal. I also thought about Czujesz and Kraj and Do Lubavier, because these are these Balkan ballads that people also like. And if you have a lot of other countries from that region that like this kind of music, like I do, that might help you qualify to the final. But in the end, I decided to choose my number one because I just like it so much. I do think that there's a lot of potential for a dramatic staging, lights and pyro maybe. And she just seems like someone with an incredible stage presence. But we shall see on the 27th of November how these songs are staged and who can sing as well as in the recording and who doesn't. And then we will see who Montenegro will send to Eurovision. I will do a reaction video, of course, my rating video with the 5 stars for the winner as well. But this is my opinion at this moment. Do let me know in the comments which song is your favorite and also who you think Montenegro should send to Eurovision. Thank you for coming to this channel once again, and I'll see you for my next video. See you then, and bye-bye.